I'm going to show you how to set up a read-only domain controller on Windows Server. So to start, I've got a fresh install of Windows Server, and it has network connectivity to my existing domain controllers. And the only thing I've done so far is give it a custom host name, which is RODC01. And I've also set a static IP address, because this is a domain controller and it needs to have a static IP address. I've also set the DNS servers as my existing domain controllers so it can resolve the local Active Directory network. Once I've got those things set up, within Server Manager, we can come to Manage, then Add Roles and Features, and then we can click Next through the wizard, select Role-Based or Feature-Based Installation, select our new read-only domain controller, and then select Active Directory Domain Services. We want to include the management tools, and then we can click Add Features. We also want to make sure DNS Server is installed, so we can select that, include the management tools, and then Add Features. We can then just select Next through the wizard, and then once we get to the end, we can press Install. Once the installation is finished, we can select Promote this server to a domain controller, or if you've already closed the wizard, you can come up to the notification flag, and then select Promote this server to a domain controller. This will bring up the Active Directory Domain Services configuration wizard, and in here we've got a couple of options. As we want to promote a read-only domain controller, we already have to have an existing Active Directory domain, so the option we want is add a domain controller to an existing Active Directory domain. We can then enter our Active Directory domain, so in this case mine's ad.dannymoran.com. We can then press Select, and then enter credentials for our Active Directory domain. So in this case I want to use my domain administrator. And then we can enter the password, and then select our Active Directory domain, and then click OK. And then we can click Next through the wizard. Now here, this is where we're going to select we want it to be a read-only domain controller. We still want it to be a global catalog, but we just need to make sure we select a read-only domain controller. If you've got multiple sites set up with Active Directory sites and services, you can select the site here. And then the last thing you'll want to do is enter a directory services restore mode password. Once you've selected these options, you can select Next. In the RODC options, we've got the option to delegate an administrator account. This lets you delegate the management of this read-only domain controller. However, this is optional, so I'm just going to leave this blank. The next thing you want to do is make sure the following two options are set up correctly. So by default, no passwords are going to be replicated to the read-only domain controller unless they are in this top group, which is the allowed RODC replication group. And then the second group, force denies the passwords to be replicated. So by default, it's the administrators, server operators, backup operators, account operators, and denied RODC replication password group. So what I would recommend is you just leave these as the default, and then we can just select Next through the wizard. If you want, you can select a specific domain controller you want to replicate from. I'm just going to leave this as any domain controller, and then select Next. If you want to modify the location of the database log file or sysfile folder, you can edit that here. I'm going to leave it as default, and then select Next. And now we can review any of the settings that we've configured, make sure they are all okay, and then select Next. It will then do a prerequisite check. We can see that all the prerequisite checks have passed. So now we can just press Install to promote our server to a read-only domain controller. After it's gone through this wizard, it will automatically reboot and then take us back to the logon screen. Now that's booted after the installation, we can log in with an Active Directory account. I'm going to log in with the domain administrator, and it should boot us in. Now we're logged in, it should automatically open up Server Manager, and the first thing we want to do is just check the DNS settings. So if we select our Ethernet adapter, and then select our network card, we go to Properties, IP version 4. What we want to do is point the preferred DNS server to another domain controller first. So in this case, I'm going to point it to my primary domain controller. And then for the alternative DNS server, I'm going to point it to the local host address. We're going to select OK, and then apply those settings. So now the DNS is set up on our read-only domain controller. The next thing we want to check is if we come to Tools, and then Active Directory Users and Computers, we can just check that it has actually replicated all of our objects in our domain. So within Active Directory Users and Computers, if we come to domain controllers, we can see we've got our existing domain controllers and our new read-only domain controller. We can see this by under DC type, we can see it says read-only, as well as it being a global catalog. If we come into the read-only domain controller properties, we can see that it's got a password replication policy, and it shows us what groups of users are allowed or denied for their passwords to be cached locally. The last thing we want to check is if we come back to Server Manager, and then come to Tools, and then DNS, we just want to make sure that our forward lookup zones have actually come through. So we can see I've got our Active Directory domain lookup zone, and it's got the correct DNS entries. So that's how to set up a read-only domain controller on Windows Server.